Here we are on the metro, the Lone Ranger, over and out.
I like all these spot nuts.
In honour of the victims of the February 28th incident. Today, the public square was still full of visitors who saw a space that was in transformation. Many symbols of Chiang Kai-shek have already been removed, and the government is mulling numerous proposals for the future of the space. This week, Premier Su Tseng said he did not support demolishing the hall and would rather see it put to a use that's appropriate for the times.
It's February 28th. Although Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall is closed for the day, tourists still flow in one after the other.
Isn't it that people don't really idolize him anymore? This place preserves a part of history.
In the eyes of many, Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall is more of a tourist attraction than sacred ground. But there are some who see it as a symbol of authoritarianism. Some call for its demolition, and others want it to be used for a different purpose. Recently, Premier Su Tseng made his views on the matter clear.
When they were in power, they oppressed us. Now we are the ones in power, but we do not need to oppress them back. We must address the injustice dealt to the victims. We must compensate them for the losses. What the perpetrators did must be brought to light. But transitional justice is not a witch hunt, and it is not demolition. It's looking at the needs of today and making proper use of public buildings that were built by the blood and sweat of the people.
changes are already underway under the direction of the Ministry of Culture. This year, the building closed its doors to mark the February 28th incident. Gone are the broadcasts of the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Song, and souvenir shops no longer sell memorabilia celebrating the Memorial Hall's namesake. His name has also been removed from 2 art galleries inside the building.
I don't think the building itself needs to be changed much. The auxiliary halls can be used for solo or group exhibitions or something like that.
Some suggest bringing in art to dilute the building's authoritarian colors and achieve transitional justice. They also urge keeping the architecture intact to preserve its tourism value.
Chiang Kai-shek reviews the armed forces of nationalist China on his island stronghold Formosa. Fighting units of the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps are lined up for the Generalissimo's annual Grand Review. Jeeps bring visiting military and naval dignitaries invited to watch. America's Vice Admiral Pride, commander of the 7th Fleet guarding Formosa, is among them. With crisp precision, the stiffly stepping ranks pass in review after pledging their leader to free China from the communists. With the Generalissimo is Madam Chiang Kai-shek. While communism rules the mainland, Chiang Kai-shek defiantly parades his last forces on Formosa.
On a little tour of a very historical, an absolutely beautiful and a very well-known temple here in Taipei City called Longshan Temple. Longshan Temple literally translates to Dragon Mountain Temple. Longshan Temple is located in Wanhua district in Taipei. Longshan Temple was built by settlers from the Fujian province around 1738, which takes us all the way back to the Qing dynasty in China. Longshan Temple is one of the most well-known and one of the oldest temples in Taipei. It's an absolutely beautiful temple. Longshan Temple is a predominantly Buddhist temple. However, you will find other deities in the temple which people worship. Once you walk in through those main gates just over there, on the left-hand side you'll notice a beautiful dragon fountain in a pond with fish, and on the right-hand side you'll notice a beautiful waterfall. The entrance to the temple is on the right-hand side. Once you walk into the entrance, it'll open up into an amazing courtyard. That particular courtyard has a praying area where people pray. You'll notice people practicing different rituals like burning incense and lighting candles and praying to the deities and choosing a stick, throwing those kind of like bean-shaped pieces of wood on the ground. You'll also notice people praying. You'll notice people offering up offerings to the deities. The courtyard is very impressive, and it houses an enormous golden incense urn where people burn their incense and pray to the deities. You will notice that the architecture is quite old, which is really, really interesting. However, most of the actual materials that the current building is made out of doesn't date all the way back to 1738 when it was made. And the reason for this is that this particular temple has been destroyed on multiple occasions throughout its history. And it was most recently destroyed around the early 1900s during World War II, because the Americans suspected that the Japanese had hidden armaments inside of it. And so as a result, the Americans came in and bombed the blazes out of the place, and it basically destroyed the entire place. However, every time it has been destroyed by an earthquake or for whatever reason, the people of Taipei City have come together and they have rebuilt it. If you want to get to Longshan Temple, it's actually very easy. You just from Taipei Main Station, take the MRT all the way to the Longshan Temple stop, and it's probably another 2 to 5 minutes walk.
那它就在口腔里面那个油腻感，大幅度的降低了。
合配的时候呢，可不可以减掉这个油脂味？可不可以减掉你不喜欢的味道？啊，就可以去找它，然后盛，好，一样看看有没有办法，帮你喜欢的那个香气放大，除一样的。
like being in every culture.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's.
Yes.
I came to Australia a long time ago, but
yes.
still.
Well, I was starting to tell Duncan before coming to Taiwan after Japan. I thought, oh, I'll be right. I've been in Oriental culture. When I went to Japan after Australia, for the first time ever overseas, was a big culture shock. But after 10 years in Japan, I thought Taiwan will just be sort of like going to America after England or Australia. No. Completely.
That's the opposite. Yeah.
The thing.
Yeah.
Sort of like a lobster. Kind of,
Oh, wow.
lobster.
French name，好，它这个是那个麝香葡萄，好，它在澳洲称为这样子的名字。那在这个还没有介绍酒之前呢，我请一下我们王总，好来跟我们分享一下，大家都有见过他在网络上非常知名的这个直播主，好来，我们欢迎王总，然后欢迎各位，
谢谢各位哦。那今天我们的主题是香嫩东坡肉，那我用3分钟的时间来解释一下哦。可能我说的跟你想的可能会不一样，因为我们都会说啊，高油脂要加高单宁的红酒，这一般的认知，但是这样讲还不够精确。那高油脂啊，我做2个实验。
演吗？
会吗？你在帮我算？没有啊，没有管，总统没有在管。
严格的妈妈都是这么说。
哦，严格的妈妈都这么说。
哪有
？Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You've begun to do. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. See the elephant with a long trunk swinging, great big ears and a long trunk swinging, snuffing up peanuts with a long trunk swinging, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo. See all the monkeys there scritch, scritch, scratching, jumping around and scritch, scritch, scratching, hanging by the long tail. And we can stay all day. We go to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you? You can come to the zoo. There's a big black bear, he's a huff, huff, a puffin'. His coat's too heavy, he's a huff, huff, a puffin'. Don't get too near the huff, huff, a puffin', or you won't stay all day. We go to the zoo. How about you? Well, the seals in the pool all honk, honk, honking, catching a fish and honk, honk, honking. The little tiny seals all honk, honk, honking. And we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo. Well, we stayed all day and I'm getting sleepy, sitting in the car getting sleepy. Home already and I'm sleepy. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow. Zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you, you? You can go do. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. See the elephant with a long trunk swinging, great big ears and a long trunk swinging, snuffing up peanuts with a long trunk swinging, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you? You can go do. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. See all the monkeys there, scritch, scritch, scratching, jumping around and scritch, scritch, scratching, hanging by the long tail. And we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you can come we're going to the zoo. There's a big black bear, he's a huff, huff, a puffin'. His coat's too heavy, he's a huff, huff, a puffin'. Don't get too near the huff, huff, a puffin', or you won't stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you can come we're going to the zoo. With the seals in the pool, all honk, honk, honking, catching a fish and honk, honk, honking. Little tiny seals all honk, honk, honking, and we can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you can come we're going to the zoo, zoo. I'm staying all day and I'm getting sleepy, sitting in the car getting sleep, sleep, sleepy. I'm already and I'm sleep, sleep, sleep because we have stayed all day. We've been zoo, zoo. You can't
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Let's read it.
No, I think it's a toy one.